Hey guys, day 5 of retreat. How you going? Hope you've had a beautiful morning or a beautiful rest of your day from yesterday if you're not into this morning yet. Today we've got an exciting deck of cards. So today it's really blurry, I think. I don't know if it's that on your end, but anyway, this is from the Starseed Oracle today. So very cool cards, very pretty pictures, and what we'll do today is a 2-card spread. It's called the Soul Whisperer, and hearing the whispers of your soul and turning them into grounded action. So card 1 will be the Soul Whisper, what your soul wants you to know today, and then card 2, grounded action, the action your soul is guiding you to take. So I'm going to give these cards a shuffle, and then I'm going to lay them out, and I'll pick the 2 cards, card 1, the Soul Whisper, and card 2, grounded action. So yeah, it's really exciting, like 5 days of doing this retreat. It's really cool. I've got some exciting news tomorrow. So I've got a launch coming up for my Sapphire program. So that will be in my group tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, really excited to launch this one. It's all my magic put together. So everything that I do in my programs in one, which is really cool. So yeah, if you're wanting to jump on tomorrow and have a look into that, if you're thinking, like, do I need coaching? What would the benefits be? How it works? Yep, please either contact me and we can set up a call, or have a listen online and see if it's a good fit for you. It's no pressure. Whatever works for you. All right, so I'm gonna put these out now, and then I'm gonna tune in too. So I'm just gonna lay these ones out. All right, so we're gonna tune in to what your soul wants to know today. Again, for the collective, so it's not going to resonate with everyone, but yeah, you take it if you do feel it is fitting right for you, and just leave it if it's not. All right, so Soul Whisper, what your soul wants you to know. We're going with this card, and then the grounded action. So the action your soul is guiding you to take. Cool. All right. Let's see what these beautiful cards have to tell us today. Okay, Soul Whisper, card 1. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So what your soul wants you to know. All right, so let's find this in the book. Karmic relationships. This is a much easier book for me today because it's all in alphabetical order. It's not hard to find. Okay. The constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who were part of this cosmic history are incarnate on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. Perhaps you're one of them. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive second-guessing mode instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings and then find mutual ground. How important. Yeah, it's hard, like, you know, in relationships there's a lot of, you know, backwards and forth, and when you've got two people's mind intertwined, because, you know, that's that energetic connection that you make when, you know, if it's a relationship, can be any kind of relationship, you know, you can always think what is going on in the other person's mind, or they can do the same back, when sometimes nothing's going on in their mind, or they're not thinking of anything, or it's you getting in your own way. So it's really interesting to balance this out. And, you know, the best way of doing that is just being completely open and honest. So if you've got something going on in your head, like, don't just hold it in, because the more we hold it in, it's going to keep hurting you. You know, as soon as we release that, say what we need to say, and then release that, well then, you know, everyone seems more connected, and it brings you back to a calm, neutral state, which is the idea of life, that we stay balanced, neutral. And, you know, when we're up in our head, that's when things are chaotic and, you know, reactive and just not feeling good. So yeah, I love that. Okay, so we're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet there's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. Yes, as I just said. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and to find a way to grow closer through the conflict. Very true. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? And how can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? So, yeah, again, in relationships, it's always a reflection of you. So that's why relationships can be challenging, because it's asking you to step up. It's asking you to get into your heart and see that shadow side that you may not know that's there, of yourself. So everything is a mirror in a relationship, where it's intimate, whether it's personal relationship, whether you've got stuff going on at work. Always bring that question back to you, and, you know, like, why is this coming to me today? Like, what's causing this? And just dig deeper and deeper, you know. And it's always our own inner child wounds that sort of come to the surface. So it says here, which relationships do you find the most challenging, and how can you see things from a different perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through the conflict? Yeah, awesome questions. So what I might do actually is put these questions up in the group, so you can, you know, ask yourself this today. Okay, let's go card number 2, grounded action. The action your soul is guiding you to take. Yay, star family. So you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Awesome. So let's find this one. Okay. At some stage, we were each a part of a soul cluster, a gathering of souls who broke away from one other to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are part of your soul family. Your soul family are those souls who are cut from a similar cosmic cloth. You haven't just experienced lifetimes together. Your souls were once actually one. it's very common for star family members to incarnate at similar times, to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light, and to cross paths with each other. So yeah, we're constantly growing and evolving, and sometimes people come into our lives for a couple of seconds, some come for a week, some come for, years. It's what we need to learn from each of those relationships. And sometimes simply walking down the street and just saying hi to someone, that's part of your soul family as well. So we come into contact with people all the time, and when our lesson or our learning has been gained from that person, well, then we move on. So yeah, it's kind of all everything's integrated, but it really depends on how long we're in that relationship for, or again, it doesn't have to be just intimate. It really just comes down to the lessons and what we've learned, how we show up as people, and how that's reflected back to us, what lessons we need to learn from that connection. So interesting. I love all this stuff. So you know that someone is part of your star family when you feel like you know and remember them from the moment you met. They feel instantly familiar and comfortable. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you're with them. You feel more yourself with them than with anyone else. It can sometimes feel like looking in the mirror. Yes, because in a way you are. Often you'll go out of your way to help those in your star family, intrinsically knowing it's part of your path. When a star family member dies, you feel it very deeply, regardless of how long you knew them. A certain soul mourning or soul breaking occurs. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel is part of your star family? If this card comes up in a spread, it's likely that you've met someone who is part of your soul family, and you're about to. So if you haven't met someone like this in this present time, it's coming. It's all coming. So the inquiry today: who do you think is from the same star family as you, and how can you call upon them for support? Yeah, awesome. So yeah, we're all part of the bigger picture, and how connected, even you guys that are connecting with me, you're part of my soul family. We're all meant to be in here, and the knowledge that we can share with each other. That's why I love building a community, because everyone's here to bring a wealth of knowledge and different skills to who we are. That's why community is really important, especially now, like moving into these uncertain times. Building a community or having community around you and knowing that you've always got support is really important to be able to navigate through what's going on in the world. So yeah, that's really cool. I'll put those questions up, and these are our 2 cards for today. So yeah, really cool. So I think today, just a moment of gratitude to for anyone that tuned in to my 5-day retreat. So thank you. I hope you got some messages out of the cards and the different decks. So that, yeah, let's just give a little bit of gratitude just for where we are in the world, and also where we're at with ourselves, the learnings that we are undertaking at the moment, how beautiful our skies and our environment are. Like, I was walking home today and I was just like, wow, today is just so awesome. Like, the sky is amazing. No clouds in the sky, beautiful blue. Yeah, and it comes down to those little things. So being grateful every day for these little things just invites more to come into our space. So that's really cool. So again, launch day tomorrow for my Sapphire program. Really would love if you would support, and if you know anyone else that's interested, to give them the details. It will be in my private Facebook group that I will be going to air at 3:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. So would love you there, and yeah, hope you really enjoyed the retreat. And if anyone's wanting some support outside of this, and or wanting, you know, a little card reading for themselves, reach out to me, so I can tune in directly for you, and the messages that you need to hear, which is really cool, because you know, sometimes you just need that little, like, yes, I'm on the right track, or I need to, you know, navigate a little bit differently. So yeah, thanks guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and no doubt we'll talk soon. All right, love and light. Bye.